Hello guys, and welcome back to a video. I know I've been gone for a little bit, but I've been doing a lot of things in my life. I walked the stage and everything for my graduation. Had a lot of friends and family come over during these past 2 weeks, so it's been really hard for me to actually make videos. But yeah, speaking of family coming, here's a game of me playing Purple Luffy versus Marcus on the right, playing Enel. If you guys know him, he's from the Prague series that we do. We roll the dice. I forget who wins, but I do remember we both mulligan. We are playing outside because for some reason we just do things outside, me and him, just like his Enel profile. But this profile is different, I think very slightly, from the one that I did feature on the channel. But yeah, we decided he's gonna go soon, so we might as well get one game in before he leaves, because we just came back from a 6+ hour road trip. We came back, and then he's literally gonna leave here in a few hours as of recording this video, not the audio, but the actual match itself. So we wanted to get a quick game through. We're both playing our favorite leaders right now, and it looks like I think he did win die roll, and he decided to go first. So I go ahead and go second. I get my draw. And yeah, let's just see how it goes. So he decides to go 6 into life. I know what I'm facing, so I can't really take the risk of taking too many hits early, because we are going to grind and I need to ramp faster than he can kill me. So I go ahead and I ramp, go to 5, and I swing 5 in. He goes ahead and takes it because he knows what it is. It is a cracker. And I was like, okay, well, this sucks. He's trashing an 8-drop Katakuri. And I go ahead and tap 5, and I play a queen because I was like, man, I just need something here because I have nothing. I was hoping to get a Magellan off of life or even a kid, and I didn't get either. So I go queen, and now I'm at 4. So next turn I do go to 7 to drop a poly, of course, if I have it. So now he's at 5 down, so let's see what he decides to do with that. So he goes ahead and he goes 5 in, and I don't want to take it. And I'm like, man, I just know he's going to just swing. If I block with the queen, he's going to swing at the cracker. So I do 2k. And let's see. He goes for 5 down. He goes Shirahoshi. And he's just deciding what he wants to get rid of. So it looks like he's going to drop a Gadatsu and a 7-drop Mom. I think he realized that all of my cards from this point on are probably going to be 5 costs. And I'm not going to have enough Dawn for him to actually pop with it. So I go to 7 Dawn by using Luffy's effect, and I was like, man, it's really bold of you to play that cracker when I could just poly you. And he's like, well, if you have it, you have it. And I'm counting my Dawn. I'm like, okay, I got to figure out what I want to do here, because I actually don't have the poly, so I'm not going to 10 Dawn next turn, which is kind of tragic. So I'm deciding all right, I have 7 Dawn, what do I do here? How do I play this turn out? So I count out 5, and I'm like, all right, I have 2 Dawn left if I want to play a 5 cost. So I just go 7 into life. I know he's probably going to take it anyway, because I know the version of Enel that he plays is the stall one, so he wants to get down to 1 life anyway. But I just go ahead and Magellan, minus a Dawn from both of us, so I can just put him off curve just a little bit. I finally did draw the Magellan. I believe it was actually off a life, which was nice. But yeah, the reason why I went 7 is because there's no reason for me to not go 7, right? He can't Gadatsu pop my queen, so I don't need to go in with the queen either. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to have 2 Dawn left over, so I might as well make use of it. So he goes 5 in, and I decide this time I'm actually going to block it. He didn't swing his cracker last time, but I am feeling like he is going to swing cracker. But I have enough counter in hand to block out of the cracker if he wants to play a character. But he does decide that instead of going to play a character, he just goes and swings cracker really big to knock 2 life off. And I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting that play. And now I am at 8 Dawn, and I have to figure out what I want to do. So I just go 6 into the cracker to see if he'll keep it alive. But he lets it go because cracker is basically done for the rest of the game. Cracker isn't going to be swinging in for double hits anymore now that I'm at 1 life. So I have to figure out what I want to do with 8 Dawn. There's not much things I can do. I know if I swing 5, he'll probably just take the 5 because he wants to get down to 1. So I go ahead and I do that. I swing 5, and he takes it. And I'm like, alright, what am I going to do with 8 Dawn after he takes this life? I gotta hope this trigger isn't something crazy. If this was Onami and my Magellan died, I'd actually be kind of upset here. But yeah, let's see. He's contemplating the trigger. He did decide to take this life, so let's see what he rips off of this, or if he even uses it. So he's counting his Dawn. He's got 6, so he's got 4 left. He's going to 8 next turn. So he does use Satori, and let's see what he drops here. He drops a, I think that's another Big Mom? I can't really tell. Nope, it's a 5 cost something. I can't tell because of the glare. Oh, it's a Shirahoshi. It's the Altart Shirahoshi. He goes 5 in. Oh no, yeah, he went 5 in. Swung 7. And I go ahead and burn the life because I'm like, alright, this game is going to end soon anyway. And he does hit a 9 cost, and I'm like, dang. The 9 cost does kind of suck that you hit it. Oh, he didn't actually swing his leader. I was wondering, I was like, I didn't counter or nothing. But yeah, I did establish these 2 bodies just so that way I can go as wide as possible. His hand right now, if I'm not mistaken, is like 6 cards. I countered this one for 1, then he goes 6 in, and I countered that one for 2. I didn't want to use the queen yet because I don't want him to swing at it. But in hindsight, honestly, I should have just blocked with the queen and then be willing to save the 6 counter more. So I go 6 in to something here. Any 2Ks out? I go 6 in again. 2Ks. I think I'm going after Satori, but I'm not really sure. He's only got 4 left in hand. So I'm deciding if I can even go for game here. And if I can't go for game here, I just have to just try to get a lot more cards out of his hand. 4 is still a lot for Enel. He can live forever, especially depending on what the last life is. Deciding if I had to go for the Satori here or not. But I do have a 9 cost in hand, and I am at 10 Dawn, so I can take on this Satori no matter what if I just drop the 10 drop. But I have to decide if I need to make blockers as well. So I go 6 into, I'm assuming life. Yep, into life, and he's gonna take this. He's thinking if he actually wants to take it. Before he actually checks, he does just counter out for 2K, and the camera got a little wobbly, hit the table. So he has 3 cards in hand, and now I'm feeling way better. Just taking our time here to think. Let's see what I end up deciding. I think I'm deciding if I go for blockers or if I go for Kaido here. And looking at it, I think I decide, yes, I go 10 to the Satori just to minimize his swings, and I'm going to use the remainder 5 Dawn to just play another blocker. And then next turn I'll go for the Kaido. Because I think at this point we're both at this crossroad that we have to win. That last turn was me setting up for game, which means I'm going to try to win next turn, and he has to decide if he can go for game here. So he's counting out his Dawn. He put 4 to the side, and he's got 6 on the other side. So let's see how he decides to play this out. So he goes repel or reject to kill the kid, and now he only has to get 1 big swing through. Counting out his Dawn to see if he's able to do it. I do have a bunch of cards in hand, and if I'm not mistaken, I have a bunch of actual counter, but I think I have 2 dead cards in hand as well. I know one is a Kaido, but I don't know what the other ones are. So he rests 2. He's going to Amaru just to get more attack power. And he's deciding if he should put it on one of his characters or if he should put it on his leader. Both of his characters are 0, so they'll still need 2 Dawn to swing. So it looks like he can make a 5K and a 7K and the 8K. But all of these kind of lose to me just having random counter in hand. So I think he's going to choose to just go 2 really big swings. Hope that I can't counter out of one and that I block out of the other. Because let's see, 3 swings. Yeah, it doesn't change the math that much. So yeah, he goes ahead and makes his leader an 8K. And he has 4 Dawn left. So he has 2 8K swings right now. He can go 10-10. And looking at my hand, yeah, I have 10k right there. So yeah, he goes 8, 9, 10. I go to 8, 9, 10. And then I just need one more K to get through. And there it is. I get 11. And he's like, oh yeah, I think that's just game. So he goes 10 into my Apu. I let the Apu go. And he passes his turn. And now I just have to hope his last life isn't something crazy. Yeah, I think he has 2 cards left in hand. So I go 7 in, hoping he's got to take it. And he does. And his gets no trigger. And he goes and heals off the Enel effect by trashing a Katakuri from hand. I go 7 in, hoping the math doesn't change. He gets an Amaru trigger, giving him another life. So he trashes the 2 no counter cards in hand. Gets 1 more life. I go 5 in because there's no cards in hand. It is a Yamato. And then I just go all in with the queen. And that was game. Good game, Marcus. It was a really close one. I did have an extra 3k in hand. So I don't even know if the extra swing would have done it. But I did have Kaido in hand too, so I was just waiting to see. Hopefully he didn't get a Sanji trigger off of life or anything. But yeah, close game. I think Luffy is still good into yellow, so might actually end up running this for a little bit just because it's a really fun deck. But yep, if you guys like, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.